The 1960 San Francisco Giants were loaded with young African American and Latin ball players who formed a core for their team that was very, very talented and probably in the 1960s should have won more championships. I think one minor thing that held them back is that it did take 4 years to get Willie McCovey's bat in the lineup on an everyday basis. He was platooned for way too long. He should have been a regular in 1959. But I believe the biggest problem that held this team back was the manager they hired, Alvin Dark. Alvin Dark was a great ball player. He was a man who had a great baseball mind, but he was not the right guy to lead these players. For one thing, he did not allow them to speak Spanish in the clubhouse and at the dugout and ball games. That was a problem. He didn't build the trust he needed amongst his players, and that showed up when Cepeda injured his knee weightlifting in the offseason and didn't tell anybody. And the one big mistake that haunted Al Dark throughout his career and beyond, he said the wrong things. Dark was the manager of the San Francisco Giants in 1964 when a Newsday columnist quoted him as saying, "We have trouble because we have so many Negro and Spanish-speaking players on the team. They're just not able to perform up to the white players when it comes to mental alertness." He held a press conference to walk that back the next day, but it was something he said in 1964, and it held his team back. I don't think Dark was a racist, and I have several reasons for that I won't go into here. But it does seem to me that the San Francisco organization could have found a better manager to lead these players in this decade to much greater heights. Everybody, this is Apba Brian back with Game 3 of the King of the Hill 1960 Strat-o-Matic tournament. Today we have the Cincinnati Reds who are on top of the hill visiting Candlestick Park and the San Francisco Giants. Here's your starting lineups. First for the visiting Reds. Leading off and playing center field is Veda Pinson. Eddie Casco's at third base. Batting third is Frank Robinson, the first baseman. Wally Post will hit fourth in left field. Gus Bell's hitting fifth and playing right field. Ed Bailey is batting sixth and catching. Billy Martin bats seventh, plays second base. Roy McMillan is the shortstop, batting eighth, and pitching Jim O'Toole. He was 12-12 with a 3.81 earned run average in 1960. Starting lineups for the San Francisco Giants. Felipe Alou will lead off in left field. Jim Davenport will bat second and play third base. Willie Mays will bat third and play center field. Orlando Cepeda is at first base, batting fourth. Willie Kirkland is in right field, batting fifth. Bob Schmitz, the catcher, hitting sixth. Don Blasingame at second base, batting seventh. Eddie Brazoud, the shortstop, batting eighth. And pitching is Mike McCormick, 15-12, 2.70 earned run average in 1960. We're ready to play ball. We'll be back to Strat-o-Matic baseball, basic, because it's just easier for me to deal with calling the game and keeping track. I just make mistakes when I'm doing advanced. It kind of, if I were playing alone without calling the game, advanced would probably be the way I go, but this is easier to call and keep things straight and not make mistakes. All right, so Veda Pinson is ready. He steps in the box. We will use advanced stealing rules and outfield throwing arms for base advances. Here's the pitch from Mike McCormick. 5'10" is a catcher's card X. Schmidt is a 4. Roll is 9. And that is going to be a pop-up out. What away to Eddie Casco. 1-7 is a fly ball to Felipe Alou in left field, 2 outs. And now the third hitter, Robinson. 3-6 is a base on balls. Robinson's a B stealer, so San Francisco will hold the runner. Wally Post I think I also include the wild pitches and balks in this basic. So I'll try to remember to roll the 20-sided die together. 5, 7. That is a 1 to 2 triple, or 3 to 20 single, 2 stars. It's a base hit. And Robinson will go to third with 2 outs. The Reds have runners on the corners, and Gus Bell's the batter. 5, 8 is a fly ball to the right fielder, Willie Kirkland. He makes the catch, and the Reds are down in the first. They threaten but don't score. San Francisco's coming back, nothing coming to bat, 0-0. Jimbo Till completes his warm-up tosses. He'll be pitching to Felipe Alou. That's a 5, 9. Swing and a miss for strike 3, 1 out. Jim Davenport. Davenport led the National League in fielding in 1960 through 62, so it must be his range that gives him a 3 for Strat. Finished his career in Japan, and I think he was a home run hitter over in Japan. Here's the pitch to Jim Davenport. 1-10 is going to be a split. That's going to be a triple for Jim Davenport. He'll be on third with just 1 out. He attempted to walk Willie Mays, but with A stealing, he'd probably steal second. Very possible. So we're going to play back and pitch to him. Here's the pitch. Could possible balk. O'Toole's balk rating is 0, so no balk. 1-8 is a double for, no, excuse me, a single 2 stars for Willie Mays, and that will score the run. San Francisco takes the lead 1-0. Cincinnati will hold the runner, and that will reduce him to 1-10 because -3 for an A stealer. We take off holding the runner, and Ed Bailey's a -2, so 1-15 goes to 1-10. Batter is Orlando Cepeda. Here's the pitch. 5-8 is a pop-up to third base, caught by Eddie Casco, and there's 2 outs. Willie Kirkland, 252 hitter in 1960. 5-4 is going to be catcher's card X. Let's see, catcher is Schmidt at 4. Safe at first on an air dribbler. E2. Mays goes to second. First and second, 2 outs. And now San Francisco's catcher, Bob Schmidt. 1-6 is a base hit. Single. The throw is going to go into cutoff. It's going to be the cutoff. They're going to let Mays score. And it is 2-0 San Francisco. Don Blasingame. 6-5 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. But the Giants score 2 in the first. We go to the top of the second. It is San Francisco 2 and Cincinnati 0. Mike McCormick completes his warm-up tosses. He'll be looking at Ed Bailey, Billy Martin, and Roy McMillan. McCormick pitched out of trouble in the first to come out unscathed. He has a 2-run lead. Here's the pitch to Ed Bailey. 3-4 is a ground ball to first base, 1 away. Billy Martin, shipped out of New York after the Copacabana incident by Casey Stengel. He went to the A's, and then now he's with the Reds. Here's the pitch to Cincinnati, Billy Martin. 6-6 is going to be a single on a split result. Martin will be at first. He's stealer. They're not going to hold him. Here is Roy McMillan. 5-8 is a fly ball to right field caught by Willie Kirkland, 2 outs. And now the pitcher, Jim O'Toole, will come to bat. He is a batting card 1. (4-9) is a ground ball shortstop. It's a Jose Pagan, or excuse me, Eddie Pursuit's a 3. And the ground ball shortstop X, and it turned out to be a 2-base error on the shortstop Eddie Pursuit, and I missed the defensive role, but it was a 2-base error. Back to the top of the order, and now Veda Pinson comes up. Popped up to the catcher first time out. Martin's at third. Jim O'Toole's at second. There's a pitch to Veda Pinson. It's a 1-8 is going to be a split result. That's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. A home run for Veda Pinson. 3-run home run. And the Reds take a 3-2 lead here in the second inning. Eddie Casco, bases clear. 6-6 is the roll. That's a split result. That's going to be a base hit for Eddie Casco. C. Steeler. The Giants are not going to hold a runner. And here is Frank Robinson. 2-10 is a ground ball third base. Ends the top of the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Cincinnati has the lead, 3-2 over the Giants. Now Eddie Pursuit will lead off the bottom of the second inning. His error was a costly error, leading to 3 unearned runs on Veda Pinson's home run. Here's the pitch to Eddie Pursuit. 2-12 is going to be a ground ball to third base, 1 away. Now the pitcher, Mike McCormick, batting card 3. 3-6 is going to be a strikeout. 2 down. And now the top of the Giants order is Felipe Alou. 5-3 is a ground ball pitcher X. 5 on the pitcher card, that's going to be out. 1-3. 3 up and 3 down. For the Giants, we go to the third, 3-2 Reds. Left fielder Wally Post will get us started in the third inning. Here's the pitch. 4-11 is a left field X. That's the Felipe Alou is a 3. 12-3 is single and an error. Puts Wally Post on second base. He is 2 for 2. Gus Bell. 4-10 is a ground ball third base X. Third baseman is Davenport's a 3. 15-3 is another error. E5. First and third, nobody out. Giants gloves have not served them well in this game. Ed Bailey comes up. San Francisco will play their infield back, hoping for a double play. 1-6 is base on balls. Here is Billy Martin. Infield still back. Here's the pitch. 4-11. Fly ball left field. That's Alou. It's a 3. 9-3 is going to be a double. And I think the Bears will advance 3 bases. That's going to be a bases clearing double for Felipe Alou, for Billy Martin past Alou. Bailey scores, Bell scores, and so does Robinson, and it is 6-2 Cincinnati with nobody out here in the third inning. Timeout. Only 2 of the 6 runs are earned against Mike McCormick. He's still going to remain in there. Pitch to Roy McMillan. 3-3 is a pop-up to the shortstop caught by Eddie Brassu, 1 away. And now the pitcher, Jim O'Toole. (6-2) is a walk. Well, we can talk about the unearned runs, but walks in all this trouble is not going to help McCormick's case. Here's the pitch to Veda Pinson, who homered in the second, 3-run homer there. 1-8 is the roll. That's going to be a drive. It could be. It is out of here. Veda Pinson goes deep for his second 3-run home run of the day. And it is 9-2. And that will prompt the Giants to go to their bullpen. Billy O'Dell will be brought in. He is a 8-13 in 1960, 3.19 earned run average. Still only 1 out here in the third. Here's the pitch to Eddie Casco. 5-2 is a walk. That will assure that the Reds will bat around in this inning. Frank Robinson steps into the box. Not going to hold Casco. 4, that's a 1. Check for wild pitch. 1-3. It's not a wild pitch. 4-6 is going to be a strikeout. Okay, 2 outs and Wally Post. 4-9 is a base hit for Wally Post. Post is 3 for 3. Okay, the base runner Casco's running speed is 15, plus with 2 outs, 17. The hit goes to center field. Willie Mays' throwing arm is 5, so that's 1-12. Because it's Mays, he's going to hold it second. Gus Bell. It's 3-9. That's going to be a ground ball second base, 4-3. And the third inning, the top of the third comes to a merciful end here. But the Reds score 6 times on 4 hits. We go to the bottom of the third, Cincinnati 9, San Francisco 2. Jim Davenport leads off the bottom of the third inning for the Giants. 2-5 is a ground out to the shortstop, 6-3, 1 down. Here is Willie Mays. Love the way Willie Mays played the game with some sort of showmanship and childlike delight in his craft. Here's the pitch. 4-8 is it's a 9, so it's a double for Willie Mays. He is 2 for 2. He'll be at second in scoring position. The Giants have a very steep hill to climb. Orlando Cepeda. 3-6 is a strikeout. 2 down, and Willie Kirkland. When you're down by 7, you need to take advantage of every opportunity. Here's the pitch to Kirkland. 1-5 is a base on balls. First and second. There's 2 outs. And pretty good speed on the base pass. Mays at second, Kirkland at first. Catcher Bob Schmidt. And in this situation, the Giants are going to go right to their bench. Willie McCovey is grabbing a bat with 2 on and 2 out. He will pinch hit for the catcher, Hobie Landreth, will be brought in to catch the 4th inning. Here's the pitch to Willie McCovey. 2-7 is going to be base on balls. Loading the bases for Don Blasingame. Here's the pitch to Blasingame. Need all the dice. 5-8 is going to be a pop-up to third base. So O'Toole pitches out of the jam, and we go to the top of the 4th inning. Cincinnati 9, San Francisco 2. One change defensively. Hobie Landreth comes in to catch for San Francisco. Ed Bailey, the catcher for the Reds, leads off the top of the 4th. 2-5 is going to be a base on balls to Ed Bailey. His second walk of the game. Not going to hold a runner, and here is Billy Martin, who has singled, doubled, and driven in 3 runs. 4-8 is the roll. That's going to be a base on balls. And it seems like we've seen quite a lot of walks over the last few days. Here is Roy McMillan with no outs, first and second. 6-10 is a fly ball C. That's going to be runner's hold. Fly ball to left field, caught by Felipe Alou. And now the pitcher, Jim O'Toole. Two, 5 is a strikeout. 2 down. And here's the dangerous Veda Pinson. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. There's the pitch to Pinson. 1-8 is going to be a drive. It's not going to quite get out of here, but it's going to be a triple. Bailey scores. Martin scores. That is the 8th RBI of the game, and I got to go get the 12-sided dice timeout. Actually, we'll go to the 20-sided dice. I got a feeling the Reds might not be done yet. Pinson's on third, having the time of his life. Eddie Casco's the batter. Here's the pitch. 5-10 is a catcher's card X. Landreth is a 4. 9 on 4 is going to be safe at first on a drop pop-up. And 1 means the runners advance 1 base. Nothing has gone right for the Giants. The score is 13-2. Cincinnati. Here is Frank Robinson. Two-9 is going to be a strikeout. That's the end of the top of the 4th. The Reds are blowing up the scoreboard. They put 3 more runs up there, and it is 13-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Shortstop Eddie Brasud leads off for San Francisco. 2-8 is a strikeout. 1 down. They're going to stay with Billy O'Dell. 4-8 is going to be a hit. 17 single for Billy O'Dell. Reds aren't holding the runner. Felipe Alou steps in. He is 0 for 2. 4-11 is a walk. First and second. Jim Davenport. 1-4 is going to be a pop to a shortstop. Caught by Roy McMillan. There's 2 outs. And now Willie Mays. 319 with 29 home runs in 1960. Here's the pitch to Willie. 5-7 is a fly ball to center field. Caught by Veda Pinson. And that's the end of the 4th inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Cincinnati 13, San Francisco 2. Wally Post, who is 3 for 3 today, will lead off the top of the 5th. 6-7 is a fly ball to right field, caught by Willie Kirkland. 1 down. And now Gus Bell. 1-3 is a ground ball to Wade Blasingame at second base. 4-3, that's 2 outs. And now Ed Bailey. 6-8 is a double for Ed Bailey. That's Bailey's first hit today. McMillan's still looking for his first hit, and Gus Bell's looking for his first hit. 2 outs. Runner at second, and Billy Martin. 4-6 is going to be a strikeout. So the Reds are held off the board in the fifth. We go to the bottom of the fifth, 13-2, Cincinnati. Here is Orlando Cepeda at the bottom of the fifth for the Giants. 2-11 is going to be a base hit for Cha-Cha. He's a beast here. Cincinnati's not going to hold the runner. 2-7 is a ground ball third base. 5-4, fielder's choice. Kirkland's a batter, beast stealer, and Cincinnati's with a 11-run lead. He's not going to hold the run here either. Here's the pitch to Hobie Landry. 1-6, that's 2. Check the balk. Rating of O'Toole, who is 0, so not a balk. 1-6 is a base on ball, though. Giants first and second. Don Blasingame. Willie Kirkland's at second. Schmidt, the catcher, is at first. The pitch to Blasingame. 6-10 is a fly ball center field X. That's Penson's a 1. That's an out, and runners hold. 2 down. Shortstop Eddie Brassoud. Oh for 2. 5-9 is a swing and a miss, or 5-10. It's different. 5-10 is a ground ball shortstop. That is McMillan's a 2. 17-2 is an out. He makes the play. 6-3. We go to the 6th. 13-2 Reds. Okay, Billy O'Dell is back out to pitch to Roy McMillan leads off, the shortstop. He is 0 for 3, one of 2 Reds that not have hit among the position players. 5-10 is going to be catcher's card X. He's a 4. 9-4 is going to be a safe at first on another drop pop-up by the catcher. And that is the 4th error in this game by the Giants. Here's the pitch to the pitcher, O'Toole. 4.62 is check balk rating. Is 4. Not a balk. 4.6 is a strikeout. 1 out. Top of the order to the man of the day, Vada Pinson. 3 for 4 on the day, 8 RBIs, 2 homers, a triple. Here's the pitch to Vada. 5-9. That's another drive. 9. It's going to be just missed the home run by 1 number, but it's a double. He definitely got the hard part of the cycle out of the way. McMillan could try to score. Okay, McMillan is 1 through 14. Runner had 1. It's a 15 because he was not being held. And Mays is a -5, 1 through 10. He's got a half a chance to score. There's only 1 out, but it would help Penson's numbers look good. So McMillan's going to tear around third. Let's see if Willie can throw him out, and he doesn't. McMillan scores RBI for Vada Pinson, and it becomes 14-2. And put Pinson on third, taking the extra base on the throw home. That is the 9th RBI on the day for Vada Pinson. Eddie Casco, the batter. 1 for 3. Infield is back. There's 1 out. 6-6 is a pop up to first base. 2 down to Frank Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 3. 3-9 is going to be a base on balls. Wally Post. 6-12 is a ground ball to second base that closes out the inning, but the Giants score 1 in the 6th. Actually, I think it should be 13. Let me double check this. Somewhere we got off track on the scoreboard. The scoreboard's been changing like a pinwheel. It should be 13-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Okay, the bottom of the 6th inning, Joey Amalfitino will pitch up for Billy O'Dell, the pitcher for San Francisco. Jim O'Toole pitches. 4-10 is going to be a fly ball to right field, caught by Gus Bell. 1 away. Top of the order, and Felipe Alou, 0 for 2. 6-5 is going to be a swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 down. And Jim Davenport. $110 is a double for Jim Davenport. He has doubled and tripled in this game. Willie Mays. $4-9 is a double for Willie Mays. That will score Davenport. Second double in the game for Mays. And it is 13-3. Orlando Cepeda. (4-3), ground ball to first base. 3 unassisted, and let's see. Giants score 1. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Cincinnati 13, San Francisco 3. New pitcher for the Giants to pitch the 7th inning is Sherman Jones, 1-1, 3.09 earned run average. He'll be looking at Gus Bell, Ed Bailey, and Billy Martin. Here's the pitch to Gus Bell. 3-11 is a pop-up to the first baseman, caught by Frank Robinson. Not by Orlando Cepeda, the first baseman. Bell is retired, 1 down. Ed Bailey. 2-7 is a ground out to Jim Davenport at third, 2 outs. Here is Billy Martin, who's 2 for 3, singled and doubled. (3-7) is a fly ball to left field. So 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 13-3 Reds. So the Reds are going to try to get one more inning out of Jim O'Toole. He'll be pitching to Willie Kirkland, Bob Schmidt, and Wade Blasingame. Here's the pitch to, not Schmidt, but Landreth. 5-9 for Kirkland is a strikeout. 1 away. Now the catcher, Hobie Landreth. 3-10 is a 5 is a double for Hobie Landreth. Hobie Landreth's 1959 baseball cards, one of the first cards I remember ever having in baseball cards, given to me by my cousin, Mike Snow. Here's the pitch to Don Blasingame. 5-4 is a catcher's card X, and that is, catcher is Bailey's a 3. And that will be safe at first on a drop pop-up. That's the third catcher's drop pop-up. First one by the Reds. But E2 puts Landreth on third. Blasting game on first. And now the shortstop, Eddie Pursued. One out. Infield is back. 4-6. One, I have to check his wild pitch rating. It's a 7 for O'Toole. Not a wild pitch. And we go 4-6 is a base on balls. Base is loaded. I think it's official. O'Toole's out of gas. Timeout. New pitcher for Cincinnati will be Joe Nuxhall. 1-8 with 4.42 ERA. Eddie Pursued is on first. Blasting game's on second. Landreth is on third. So Nuxhall is pitching for Cincinnati. San Francisco will hit for their pitcher, Sherman Jones. Jim Marshall will be pitch hitting for San Francisco. One out, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. 3-5 is a walk. Top of the order, and Felipe Alou, here's the pitch. 1-5 is going to be a ground ball shortstop double play. 6-4-3. So the Giants score 1. We go to the top of the 8th. Cincinnati 13 and San Francisco 4. John Antonetti is the new pitcher for San Francisco. He'll be looking at the bottom of the order. Roy McMillan steps in for Cincinnati. 5-10 is a ground ball third base. X. That's Jim Davenport. 12-3 is out. One out in the 8th. And Joe Nuxhall is a 1 batting card. He's going to stay in. 3-9 is a ground ball third base. Also 5-3. 2 down. And here is man of the hour, Vada Pinson, looking for the cycle. 2 home runs, a triple, a double. Just needs a single for the cycle. Here's the pitch for Johnny Antonetti. 2-7 is going to be just missed a single. 8 would have been a single. Pops up to first base for the final out of the 8th inning. And the Reds go 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 13-4 Cincinnati. Okay, here's Jim Davenport. Nuxhall's pitch, 1-6 is going to be a long fly ball to left field. 1 away. Willie Mays. .112 is going to be a fly ball to the left fielder, Wally Post. 2 outs. Orlando Cepeda. .56 is fly ball to right field. 3 quick outs. We go to the 9th, 13-4 Cincinnati. Eddie Casco leads off for the Reds. 4-9 is going to be a 1-15 base hit for Casco. Here's Frank Robinson still looking for his first hit. He has walked twice. Here's the pitch, not holding runner. 6-3 is going to be ground ball pitcher X. It's a 2, 16-2 is, I think, a double play. Let's see. Yep. 1-6-3 double play. 2 outs. And now Wally Post. .25 is a single for Post. Gus Bell. 6-9 is a double Post will go to third and hold there. He could try to score, but what's the point? Here is Ed Bailey. Four is a pop to third. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the ninth. 13-4 Cincinnati. In the Giants' ninth, it'll be Kirkland, Schmidt, and Blasingame. 4-8 is fly ball to left field, caught by Wally Post. 1 out. Catcher Hobie Landreth doubled it, scored his last time up. 3-8. Line out to first base. 2 down, and now it's up to Don Blasingame. 5-4 is going to be a fly ball center field X. Penson's a 1 out there. 15 is caught, and that's your ball game. The final score: the Cincinnati Reds 13, San Francisco Giants 4. We'll be back with a wrap up. Well, this was a stick the dice on the scoreboard and rotate the dice kind of day. The Cincinnati Reds scored 13 runs on 12 hits. They committed 2 errors. The Giants scored 4 runs on 8 hits, and they committed 4 costly errors. The winning pitcher of the game was Jim O'Toole, 6 1/3, 2 earned runs, 8 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 4 walks. The loser was Mike McCormick, 2 1/3, 5 earned runs, 6 hits, no strikeouts, and 2 walks. There were 6 unearned runs scored in the game by the Reds. The star of the game for the Cincinnati Reds was Vada Pinson, without a doubt. He was 4 for 6, 2 homers, a triple, and a double, with 9 RBIs. A day to remember for Vada Pinson. So after averaging over 340 batting average in 4 years of minor league play, he was brought up in 1960. And as a rookie for the Reds, he hit .316 with 20 home runs, won a Gold Glove in 61. 63, he had .313 with 22 home runs. He had a long career and then retired, became a hitting coach at, I think, Seattle and Detroit. And I believe he finished his career as a Kansas City Royal. Vada Pinson, your star of today's game. Watching today, tune us in tomorrow as the Cincinnati Reds remain the king of the hill. They go to Chavez Ravine tomorrow to take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Please join us then. If you've not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the like button. Thanks again. Have a good day and God bless.